Welcome to another episode of Cruising with the Clemons. We're in Alaska right now, but this week's episode, we're checking out the San Bernardino Valley as we stay at Mojave Narrows Regional Park and check out this bottle forest we found. We also need to clean out our freshwater tank. Thanks for joining us on this journey. Let's get started.
The full gamut of weather today. We're by the sand dunes, Imperial Sand Dunes in California. It is blowing like crazy.
Welcome to Mojave Narrows Regional Park, located in Victorville, California. The park has several campsites located along this beautiful little lake called Horseshoe Lake. Many of the sites even have full hookup. They have nice paved sites and it's very big rig friendly. These regional parks are our favorite way to stay throughout California. Now that we're settled in, it's time to head out on our first adventure.
Hey guys, so we are in San Bernardino and we are at the site of the original McDonald's, and right back here there is just a museum. It was actually torn down, I think, in like 70 something, but we're here to check out this stuff, and we had recently just watched the movie The Founders, and so yeah, it's our field trip.
I think one of my favorite things about this particular museum was revisiting some of the old playground equipment that I definitely played with as a child. The museum has artifacts from the original McDonald's, props from the movie, and all kinds of advertisements, Happy Meal toys from around the world. And I think that was one of the things that the kids most enjoyed, was seeing the different packaging and what kids in other countries got in their Happy Meals. Packaging and toys are actually laid out by years, so it's really interesting to walk up and down the aisles and see how things have changed. Our next stop was a quick trip to the Wigwam Village, one of 3 left on Route 66.
Uh-oh.
Thanks to Atlas Obscura, we found this quirky roadside attraction along Route 66, Elmer's Bottle Tree Ranch. It's a unique art environment featuring over 200 bottle trees, metal sculptures, and various found objects. It was a father-son bonding project, and it was started back in 2000. We used to have a blue bottle tree in our yard when we had to stick some bricks back in Florida. So I particularly love this place and could not wait to visit. Unfortunately, Elmer passed away in 2019, but it seems to be that his family is keeping on his dream of creating this beautiful artistic place. If you're near Oro Grande, California, I highly recommend taking a trip out to the Bottle Tree Ranch.
So beautiful out today.
It is.
And then we have another.
We were
guy
blessed to
who-
have some great weather while at the park. Mark enjoys working outside more than anything.
Yeah.
He's like,
He's wearing like a bandana with
I know,
spikes
throw
in
it.
there.
Campground is like empty and it's a Friday. We'll see if any people come in. Hey everybody, today is Field Trip Friday. We have been here in, I don't know, the Apple Valley area for about a week now. And Kennedy's been begging to go out to a field trip. So we're finally making it out today, and let's go check out this cool place.
This local history museum had lots of hands-on activities and even a scavenger hunt for the kids to do.
Let me see. Okay.
For the scavenger hunt, the kids had to find the items in the museum and take a picture with it.
For your,
Yeah, little like fidget bracelets.
yeah. See how the boys are playing with it? This was for doing their scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the little piece.
I'm prepping. I made a whole menu for next week because our campground that we're going to near Monterey is Laguna Seca campground, which is near the racetrack. And what I have read is that their water is non-potable because it contains arsenic. And those are just some of the last reviews that I read. So because of that, I came up with a whole menu. So I'm pre-cooking some stuff so that we can use the least amount of water. Problem number 2 is there's not a lot of water spots on our way to our campground for next week, which I'm kind of freaking out about. So there's not even a lot in Monterey places to get water. So I have one spot. We're going to try and get some water, but we're not going to completely fill up because problem number 3 that I found out is that once you get through the gates at Laguna Seca, there is a 1/4 mile, 16% grade up to the campground. So yeah, so we could fill up with water at the campground that we're at right now, but it's almost 300 some miles. I just don't like to travel with that much water in the tank for that long. And I don't want the camper to be super weighed down with that much water on the way up the 16% grade. Mark says it's all going to be fine, but it's my job to worry about stuff like that and his job to be really super calm about stuff. So, we have a menu, we're pre-cooking stuff. I don't know what we're going to do about water. Definitely kept me up last night. But that is the very unfun part of RV life. Sometimes you got to worry about where your water's coming from. What are you doing, sir?
Loading up a bag of ice.
Because why?
That's where we're going. We don't have water, so we're saving it up now so we can have ice all week.
Yep.
All right, so since we're going to a place that doesn't have water and we haven't cleaned our gray tank or our freshwater tank for a while, we're gonna put a blend of bleach and water in the tank overnight just to clean it out, and then we'll flush that tomorrow morning. So the way you do that, come over here, not on me. So all right, so we have a sanitize option. And so we need to sanitize the tank, which is exactly what we're doing. So down, over. We turn the pump on. And now it's pulling the bleach from the bucket. And, oh look, it's going down pretty fast. We've got Cooper helping. Thank you, Cooper. All right, so now we have it set to power fill. So now we're running the city water through the filter and into the tank. And we're filling up the tank so that it's full of bleached water so it kills anything that's in there and makes it nice and clean inside. All right, so we will let that sit overnight and then we'll drain it, fill it back up, and then drain it again, and then fill it back up to use for actual water purposes. So should have a nice clean tank for next week.
Can you guess our least favorite thing about this campground? If you said trains, you are correct.
And I'll be out from here.
All right. I don't know if you can see the train going in the background, but I showed you a little bit. I don't know if you can tell how close we are We're probably 4 rows over from it, but it's really loud. So while this is a lovely park, you can get spots right on the water and fishing and hiking trails and stuff. If you are not a deep sleeper, I do not recommend this park because the train goes all night, and sometimes they're rumbly and make the whole camper shake. Sometimes they're louder than others. So that's probably my most negative thing about this park. Other than that, it's a great place.
We had an ongoing problem with our tire pressure sensor, leaking air. We thought we had it fixed, but here we are pumping up. Luckily, I bought a new 5-hour amp battery, so we should be able to pump this tire up no problem this time. Last time we ran all over town looking for someone who could actually pump up the tire. So, problem not solved yet. So this is the tire pressure monitor for the tire. There's it's a 2-piece part of plastic, and there's a rubber gasket in there. I replaced the rubber gasket and I soaped it, and I didn't see any air coming out of it, but clearly it's still leaking because this is the one that I replaced the gasket on. So I think we need to buy a new one, but 2 of these stupid sensors is $100.
After getting the tire pumped up, it was time to head to Monterey Bay, California. Join us for next week as we explore Monterey, celebrate Cooper's 10th birthday, visit the Monterey Aquarium, have an interesting water situation happen, and travel along US 1.